Are you thinking of relocating somewhere new? Is it your first time moving to a new country? Are you happy, excited? Do you not know how to feel? Well, if you have all these questions going through your head, this is the right channel for you. The first time I moved to a new country, I was 12 years old. I was born and raised in the Dominican Republic by a Dominican mom and a Spanish dad. And in 2012, we relocated to Mexico. Now, when you're 12 years old, or at least me at that age, I had no serious perspective of the situation at large. I was so used to my same group of people, my same city, my same events, activities, that when my parents told me that we were going somewhere new, it was like the end of the world. Didn't want to do it. I was gonna miss my friends, I was gonna miss my family, my school, everything that I had built for myself. And I'm saying built because at 12 years old, what have you really made for yourself? But you know, back in the day, it felt like the end. So I think my parents told me about the move in April, and in July we were already on a plane to Mexico. Before moving to Playa del Carmen, I had not really given any thought to Mexico. I mean, obviously I knew about Mexico, everything that you see on TV and shows, and you know, it's a popular country. So anyways, we got there. The first month was so rough. I felt so lonely and I was so bored and I felt so misunderstood, and I felt like everything was just against me, which obviously I was so young and so naive. And now looking back and knowing the way Playa del Carmen is and knowing the way Mexico is, I love it and I miss it so much. 10 years later, to this day, I think that the 3 years that I spent in Playa del Carmen were by far the best years of my life. To this day. And this is so cliche. Ugh, I wish I wasn't saying this, but I'm gonna say it anyways because it's how I feel. Definitely a part of me is still in Mexico, and definitely a little bit of Mexico is always with me. So anyways, in my own personal experience, my first move was incredible. There were definitely more pros than cons. Now, I'm not saying that it's not challenging or hard, especially at the beginning. Like I said, I felt very disconnected, very distant from even my own family. I really felt like nobody understood how I was feeling. It definitely gets better. Depends on your circumstance, it depends on, you know, your experience, but for me, it got a lot better. And I'm not speaking just you start making friends, you start having fun, but personally, I became so much more respectful, so much more tolerant, so much more patient, understanding. Moving to a new country, you don't have another choice but to keep an open mind, you know, and to discover different ways of living. When you grow up in one place, it's very easy to limit your view to your immediate surroundings and the world that you've built, you know, in your city, in your neighborhood. It's so beautiful to be able to understand how privileged you are in some ways, how you could help your own community in some other ways by things that you see living in other countries. It's just an opportunity to grow in so many different ways. Beyond that, moving to a new country is just an opportunity to reinvent yourself, to take all the best things that you've learned from talking to new people, visiting new places, take all of those things and make them part of who you are now, you know, and present the best of what you've learned to people. The friends I made in Playa are my best friends to this day. Not even just the kids from my school, I became really close to the parents too. Sometimes my best friend won't be able to talk to me and I'm talking to her mom. It's people that have really become family for me. So now I'm 22 years old, and like I said, I've lived in the Dominican Republic and Mexico, but I've also lived in Canada, Switzerland, and I'm moving to the UK in the fall. Besides living in a few different countries, I've also had the privilege of visiting over 35 countries so far. Can't wait to add more to the list, hopefully soon. And I'm creating this channel to talk to those people that are going through their first experience moving to a new country, a new city, a new neighborhood. I don't think it has to be strictly moving to a new country. I think that a lot of the things that I'm going to talk about and a lot of the tips and advice that I'm going to give can be applied to so many different aspects of your life. Just in general, I'm going to talk about the challenges of growing up between two cultures, living in different countries, making new friends in new relationships, speaking other languages, which, by the way, getting to how comfortable I am speaking English right now was not like this when I moved to Canada. I was so scared of using the wrong words, not making my questions make sense, but you know, with time, you get better at it. And at the end of the day, like, if you mess up in your second language, like, don't forget that you also have a first or a third or a fourth or a fifth. I don't know your situation, but at least for me, it just gives me a little more confidence to know that even if I mess up in one language, like, I have another one. I will be sharing more stories, thoughts, opinions that I've had through the years, and hopefully I can answer some of the questions that you might have. I will be posting every week, so if this is a topic that interests you, make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel. I really hope that some of my stories and reflections resonate with you, and hopefully they're able to help you build a new home away from home while also staying connected to your roots. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!